Hi everyone, Don Genova here with another edition of Foodie Friday for Russell Books. 2 cookbooks for you this week, delicious and healthy. Good for your taste buds, good for your well-being. The first book is called La Tartine Gourmande, Gluten-Free Recipes for an Inspired Life. It's by Beatrice Peltra. She is a food writer, stylist, and photographer, born and raised in Northeast France, but actually now lives in Boston. Mostly French-influenced recipes though. She also has a couple of really great tips at the beginning of the book, which you really need to pay attention to. And the first one is read the recipe all the way through, then figure out all the things that you need and go from there. And I've made plenty of mistakes by not reading the recipe through before I got started. The second valuable tip in there is use a scale wherever possible, especially when you're baking. It makes things much more accurate and easy to measure out. If you don't have one, I use this one all the time. It's a Cuisinart, probably about $30, $35, measures in ounces and grams. So you've got both metric and imperial. Fantastic tool for the kitchen. To the recipes in here. The first one, well, they're both tartines. And for Beatrice, tartine is a slice of gluten-free bread and you're building something on top of it. So, for example, the first tartine is topped with walnut, lemon, and ricotta pesto and sautéed mushrooms. The beauty of these little tartines is that they can just be a snack, but if you put a couple of them together, you've got a whole meal. And they're very easy to make. The first one, this one, the ricotta pesto, very easy to make and topped with mushrooms and melted cheese. Fantastic. And then just a page on. A second tartine with tarragon flavored slow roasted cherry tomatoes, prosciutto, and some goat cheese. And that is so flavorful. And when you roast cherry tomatoes, it just makes them sweet, sweet, sweet all together. You know what? There's a recipe I didn't quite get to, but I want to make eventually. Hazelnut chocolate molten cakes. That is a favorite of mine. The second book, it's called Icaria, Food and Life in the Blue Zone by Manivala. And the Blue Zone, I've talked about blue zones before. They are regions in the world where people live the longest. Icaria is a Greek island in the Aegean Sea and is definitely a blue zone and definitely has influences of a Mediterranean diet. The first recipe I made from here, basically it's a vegetable pie. You're cooking up lots of peppers and onions in phyllo pastry with some feta cheese and some eggs to hold it all together. Lasts forever. You can just you let it cool, it solidifies, you cut it up. It's great at room temperature or when it's warm. And that's called a kathoropita. Excellent. And finally, this one, it's supposed to be made with goat. Okay, not a lot of goat fans here probably, so you can use beef instead. Stufato Katsiki. It's a rustic country-style melt-in-your-mouth stew, which can be made with beef as well. I really like the different spices that go into this one because you're using allspice berries, cinnamon sticks, cloves, peppercorns, and bay leaves, a little bit of tomato paste, and parsley to garnish, and you're letting that simmer on top of your stove for over an hour to really break down the fibers in that meat, and it makes a fantastic stew. So that's just 2 recipes from Icaria, Food and Life in the Blue Zone. Don't we all want to live a little bit longer? That's Foodie Friday for this week. Don't forget you can get all these books at Russell Books. Hit them up at russellbooks.com or visit them on the store at Fort Street in downtown Victoria. I'm Don Genova for Foodie Friday. See you next time.